Welcome to this course on AI SEO. The material in this course will help you leverage AI to do all the heavy lifting involved with SEO so that you can grow the traffic and business of the sites you're working on effortlessly. You'll also get access to all the prompts I'll be using today, so all you need to do is watch this to the end and follow the simple instructions I lay out in this course. Coming up next. Welcome to Software Shuffle. This is the place where business owners and savvy marketers come to learn how to use AI, SEO, and content to build profitable online businesses. As an SEO specialist, I've had the chance to work on and help numerous websites grow their organic traffic and take the business to the next level. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you do, consider subscribing to the channel. So this is going to be a very comprehensive course in which I'll be taking you through all the different aspects of SEO and how you can use AI to help with your day-to-day tasks. So everything from keyword research, on-page analysis, link building, local SEO, content optimization, you'll be getting prompts on all these different aspects. But before I get into the main section of this course, I want to bring your attention very quickly to the current SEO landscape. That's because it's very important to understand where we stand currently and how SEO, how search is changing in order for us to optimize our web pages, our website in such a way so that we have a chance of ranking right on top. Okay. Now, ranking right on top, the definition for that has changed significantly in these past few months. So you want to make sure that you're not just showing up in the top organic listings, but you also have a chance of showing up when the AI generates an answer, okay? So you want to be recommended by the AI also. So this is the first point in which we are talking about generative engine optimization. So this is a fairly new term, GEO, in which we actually optimize, we use traditional SEO and AI SEO to optimize our websites in such a way so that we rank in the organic listings and also have a chance of being recommended when AI generates an answer. So an example for this is, let's say if you're searching for like a product, say you're searching for a cycle. So a lot of times what will happen is the AI, I'm seeing these results these days a lot now. So the AI will compile an answer like it does, Gemini infused into search now. So it'll give like an answer, but then it will also give these listings. So these different cycles from different websites, and you can click on them and then land up on those different sites. I mean, it's good one way that, the AI is actually providing us with accurate information and then also, citing these websites, trustworthy websites from which you can purchase things. But then you also want to make sure that you know what you need to do to optimize adequately so that you have a chance of showing up over there. Now, there is a lot of different things involved when it comes to optimization, but for this mainly you need to make sure that you're utilizing NLP and LSI key terms, you're citing sources. So if you've taken information from somewhere, you want to cite that source, you want to add some statistics, so that adds to the credibility as well. Fluency optimization, which is overlooked these days, so making sure that the copy is written for humans. This is very important. Short paragraphs, short sentences, clear writing, very important. So things of this nature, I'll make a separate video showing you how you can optimize for GEO, but then this is how SEO is changing. This was the first point. Second is evolving algorithms. So the algorithms keep changing, we all know this, but then now the focus is more on user intent. If it used to be just keywords, content links, but now you need to make sure that the keyword that you're targeting, you understand the intent and you're building out your pages accordingly. So an example of this is if you're trying to rank for a particular type of course, some type of course keyword, you want to make sure that that page that you'll be building, it matches the intent, okay? If you're trying to rank for a more informational type query, then that's going to have a different layout. If it's like a product page, e-commerce, that's going to have a different layout. So you need to understand the intent of the keyword, see what the top ranking sites are doing, and then build your pages accordingly. Third is emphasis on EEAT. So we already know about this, how important EEAT is. Making sure that we have a proper about page, and the about page is, lightly linked with other pages in the site. Making sure that if you're publishing content, there is an author box, an author page. If there's an editor page, editor box, social links to those editors, things of this nature. Again, this is also a very vast topic, so I'll make a separate video on this later. But EEAT is also very important in the current SEO landscape. And the fourth point is zero-click searches. So the increasing prevalence of featured snippets and direct answers in search results is leading to more zero-click searches, where users find the information they need without clicking on any links. So this has actually become quite a big issue for a lot of sites, especially content sites that base their website around informational type queries, because now, as we know, AI is actually giving us the answer, clear, concise answers for a lot of mostly informational type queries, which is creating an issue being low traffic, low clicks to these websites. So we need to make sure that we're optimizing our websites in a proper ratio, so you want to have few informational keywords that you're going after, few commercial keywords that you're going after, and then try to build a brand using SEO and of course different marketing channels, so that you get that branded traffic as well. Okay, so a lot of websites that are more established, you'll see that if you check the keywords that they're ranking for, you can skip the bigger ones. Of course, Apple, Reebok, Nike, all these have a lot of traffic just because of the brand name. But then even brands on a smaller scale also get a lot of the traffic just because of their brand name. So you also want to make sure that you're working simultaneously to build a brand while doing SEO as well. Now let's take a quick glance at the differences between traditional SEO and AI SEO. Okay, so we have different sections here. So keyword research, we have off-page, on-page, and the price. So as far as the keyword research is concerned, traditional SEO relies on human analysis of search trends, competitor keywords, and keyword tools. But AI SEO utilizes AI to analyze massive data sets, identifying patterns, and uncover hidden keyword opportunities. Okay, so if you use ChatGPT or Gemini to do keyword research, and if you prompt it properly, it can provide you with very accurate information. I've tested it multiple times and I've actually been pleasantly surprised with the result. But the results that I get when I prompt the AI properly, don't worry, you'll be getting all the prompts like I mentioned. I'll be giving you really, really good detailed prompts that you can use. And you probably won't have to use any other tool if you use these prompts properly. Okay. Moving on to the next point. So content, human written content optimized with target keywords, traditional SEO. And AI SEO can assist in generating content outlines, optimize existing content, and even create full articles. So we know this. Link building, manual outreach, and relationship building to earn backlinks with AI. AI can help identify potential link opportunities, automate outreach, and even analyze link quality. Okay. Let's talk about the cost. So how expensive is either of these going to be? So traditional SEO can be less expensive in the short term, but requires ongoing human resources. Whereas with AI tools and platforms can have higher upfront cost, but can save money in the long run by reducing the need for manual labor and improving efficiency, right? So it's very true actually. If you're doing everything manually, like for example, if you have a SEO agency and you're not incorporating AI, you're doing things manually, manual keyword research, manually building topical maps, manually creating content outlines. It's going to take a lot of time and you'll need a lot of headcounts to actually, fulfill the deliverables that you have to deliver to the clients. But then if you're using AI, you can have a very small team and serve a lot of clients if you know how to use AI tools. But then AI tools initially, you have to invest in the tools. But then once you get used to it, once you're making some money with, your SEO business, then paying for these AI tools becomes negligible really. And a lot of the tools have a free trial. So that way you can test it out. If you're liking it, you can go ahead and purchase it. So now we'll be moving to the main aspect of this video, in which I show you how you can use very easy to use copy paste prompts to automate pretty much your entire SEO workflow. But before that, I want to bring your attention to another point that you should consider if you haven't considered it already. and that is to diversify your efforts on these different search engines. So we have Google, YouTube, Amazon, Bing, Facebook, TikTok. All these are considered search engines because people spend time on them, spend time searching for content, information, and ultimately people end up buying things on these platforms as well. So, we all love our websites, we all love our SEO, but then, it's important to diversify our efforts. Very important, especially if you're working with clients for their best interest. You want to make sure that you're analyzing their type of business and then providing them suggestions as to which search engines they should be focusing on. So, for example, if there is, there's a client who's selling a physical product, so then they have a website. We also want them to have a YouTube channel and also list their product on Amazon, all right? If there's a client that has mainly a content business, then maybe a website and YouTube channel will suffice. So you need to study the business and then recommend which search engines would fit and help the client achieve the particular goal. Because at the end of the day, any website, any business, the main goal is to earn money, right? You want to build a business so that you get that income, and you want to utilize everything you can to build that brand so that there's a higher chance of you to spread the word about your work, about your whichever service, whichever product is being sold by that business, so that you can make more money. So this, I thought I should mention. Start playing around with these different search engines if you haven't already. If you have, then that's very, very good. If you haven't already, then you should start dabbling and testing out which search engines would fit the businesses that you're working with. Okay, so let's start from the beginning with planning a new website. So these prompts that I'm going to show you now are going to be really useful if you've gotten a new project or if you're starting a new project. You can use these prompts to very easily identify the target audience, understand the business, create a silo that you can build all the other pages of the website around, okay? So next, you're going to open up your preferred AI platform. I have Gemini opened up here, but you could very well use ChatGPT as well. And then you need to get a hold of these prompts, for which I've left a link in the description. You'll find the link to the prompts in which you'll get the entire prompts library. So all the prompts are going to be in that library. So if you're trying to use these prompts, test out for yourself, make sure you get your hands on that prompts list, the link for which is in the description. But then once you have this open up here, you can see this is mainly split in two sections. So first we have the target audience, identifying the target audience prompt, and then we have creating a silo, okay? So this is going to be the subsequent prompt to the first one that will help us to create a wonderful silo for any website. So the first thing we want to do is identify the target audience for a new website. Assuming we don't know who the target audience already is, we want the AI to help us identify that. So you come down here and copy this entire prompt just like that, bring it over to Gemini, paste it here. Now you see there's only one place that you need to fill over here, which was so identify the target audience for a business so you need to describe the business, okay? So i.e. sells wood fire pizza ovens, okay? So you need to describe what the business does. So I'll just remove this. So it's done analyzing and it gave me a lot of information about the target audience. And I had actually done this search for this website, which is El Fanino. They are pizza makers based in New York City. And so that's why I had left this description to sells wood-fired pizza ovens, okay? And so it gave me the demographics, so age 30 to 55. And it also mentions that this group is likely to have disposable income and an interest in home and cooking. Okay, so really nice gender, location. So suburban, semi-rural areas, income level, mid to high. So it also gives me the income level. A lot of different information over here. You know, the interest. So they probably like cooking and entertaining, outdoor living. And it also gives me things like the budget, okay? Now, this is actually very accurate. So $1,000 to $5,000, which is actually the price range in which most pizza ovens fall in. Okay, so if I take you back to the El Fanino website, and if I show you the pizza ovens, so if I go to, let's say, the Roma series, you'll see that the price actually falls within those brackets. So starting is 2000, 2000, 2000. Okay. And then if you take a look at another series, even if you go at the more expensive ones, so Grande G series, these are very expensive, or the higher, the more premium, larger pizza ovens. So you can see the price over here is 5,000, 6,000. So it's actually fairly accurate in its analysis, Now it gives some more information also. So you can see how useful this can be. If I was, tasked with doing this or all this research, it would have taken me at least 2 to 3 days to compile this data. So now that we have our target audience, we want to go ahead and create a silo structure for this website. So we'll come down and go to the creating a silo prompt, copy this. So what this prompt says is create a silo for a website with the information mentioned above. So the information that we already have over here. Give me a detailed silo showing the top level pages and pages within them in a presentable manner. So I'll copy this, bring this over here, add it, and see the type of silo I can get. So our silo has been generated, and as you can see, this is actually a very nice looking and also very logical silo actually. So we get started with the top level pages. So we have the home page here. Under that we have the why wood-fired pizza. So this is more like the company page. So then we have sub pages under this, like our pizza oven story, so brand story, so on. Then we have our pizza oven. So this is where all the oven pages will be located at. Inspiration and resources. So this is where all the recipes, blogs, videos, all the resource will be at, and about us. So actually very, very accurate. So if I take you back to the El Fenino website, you'll see that this is how the website has been structured. Okay, so we have the pizza ovens over here, then we have the accessories, cooking, so blog, recipes, tips, company, so on and so forth. So actually very accurate and really nice output from Gemini over here. Now I want to just take you back to El Fenino for a second to show you the traffic that this website has been getting. So I'm using this Uber Suggest extension, and in this it shows 40K organic traffic. Okay, and you can see that the graph going up. Well, the graph is going up, but Uber Suggest the data is not very accurate. But if I check in these other tools, this website has been getting anywhere from around 10 to 20,000 organic traffic every month, which is actually a very nice thing considering that this website was made recently, not too long back. So today I'll be showing you how you can use Google Gemini to conduct really detailed and thorough keyword research to find all sorts of different keywords, from long tail to local to trending keywords. I'll also show you how you can use these certain prompts to actually conduct competitor analysis and also find the keywords that your competition is ranking for, but you currently are not. So keyword gap analysis, you can create a ton of different keyword clusters, all sorts of prompts I'll be showing you in this video today. So where all this starts is, of course, the prompts. So I have a document created specifically for keyword research, but as I'm making this video, I'm also currently working on creating a huge library of prompts in which I'll have prompts for pretty much everything you can imagine as far as running a website, from ideation to planning to keyword research, content creation, and analysis. So that's going to be a huge set of prompts that once it's done, I'm going to, of course, offer it to all of you for free for no charge at all. But this is the keyword research section of that huge library that I'm working on. And this is actually a very comprehensive set of prompts that we can use to refine and really find really, really good keywords to target. So as you can see, first we have the AI warm-up prompt, which is essentially letting the AI know what we wanted to do. Okay, so setting the expectations with the AI. So the first thing you want to do is actually copy this prompt and then bring it over to Gemini, paste it and enter. So the AI has gotten our instruction and it replies with a yes. So the way this prompt was structured actually is giving the AI all the information it needs, but also taking an approval from the AI at the end. Okay, so if you see the entire prompt, you'll see it's mentioned, do you understand these instructions? If yes, acknowledge and wait for my next prompt. Okay, so naturally the AI says, yes, I understand the instructions and ready to proceed with whichever keyword I provide it with. Now we'll move to the next step, is that I actually want to find few long tail keywords. So I'll come down to the long tail section, copy this prompt and then bring it back to Gemini, add it. So the prompt says identify long tail keywords related to whichever keyword. So this is where we'll need to add in our seed keyword that are relevant to the industry and have low competition but decent search volume. Okay, so I'll add in something like, so the seed keyword I added is SEO for dentists and the industry is dentists marketing. Okay, so let's see what Gemini gives us. Okay, so now you can see that Gemini has analyzed and generated all these keywords. Now it's a long list of keywords, and the cool part is that we also have the search volume, competition, search intent, relevance, and notes. Okay, now these keywords are highly relevant to the primary keyword which we had added, the seed keyword, which was SEO for dentists. Now we have dental SEO tips for beginners. Okay, best dental SEO companies near me. This is a more local term. Affordable dental SEO services, how to do SEO for dental websites, dental SEO marketing strategies. So it's very, very relevant, and these are actually long tail keywords relating to the seed keyword which we had added. It also gives the search volume, and it also gives us this note which actually informs us the type of content we need to create for this particular keyword. So for this, for example, we have dental SEO tips for beginners, targets dentists new to SEO. So maybe there's a dentist who's trying to do SEO on their own. We need to create content that resonates with them. Okay, so this is another very cool piece of information that Gemini gives us, which can help us tailor our content specific to that particular or that specific audience. Now, if I scroll down, you will be able to see that we have an option to export this data to sheets. And this is actually another cool feature of Gemini, because Gemini is Google's AI, and because of that, we can use and collaborate with different Google platforms like Sheets, Mail, Drive, and so on within Gemini. So I'll actually make a different video, a separate video showing you how you can use certain commands to collaborate with these different platforms within Gemini to enhance your productivity. So that's a topic for another video. But then let's move to the next prompt. Before that, just a small thing about this search volume is that you need to take this with a grain of salt. Okay, now this is just an estimate. If you're using other tools, you can verify, if you're using SEMrush or Ahrefs, you can add this keywords in those tools to verify, but then those tools also give just an estimate. Okay, so take this with a grain of salt. That being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some other prompts. Now we have all sorts of prompts. So we have competitor keyword analysis. This is the one that I'll show you up next. But then we also have trending keyword identification, local keyword research, keyword clustering, and so on. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this prompt that will help us to actually get those valuable keywords from our competitor. So it'll help us to, find those keywords that the competition is ranking for, and then we can utilize those keywords to create content for our own pages. So I'll just take this prompt, bring it over to Gemini, and add it here. So I've added rankings.io here. This is a lawyer marketing company, and I've set the industry to lawyer marketing. Okay. Now let's see what Gemini gives us. So it's done analyzing, and it gave us all these keywords that website was ranking for. and I can actually verify that these keywords are very valid and that website is actually ranking for these keywords, like SEO for lawyers. I think it's in the first or second position. Rankings.io, it's in the first or second. Law firm SEO, lawyer marketing strategy, law firm lead generation. So it's actually ranking for all these keywords. So you can see how powerful these prompts can be. So the first thing I want to mention is that go ahead and get your hands on Gemini Advanced, okay? I know that some of you might be using the regular Gemini. I mean, you can use that as well. But at the time of making this video, Google is offering a 2-month free trial for the Gemini Advanced. So since it's a free trial, there's no harm in picking it up because the output is just going to be much better, okay? So if you can get your hands on the Advanced Gemini, and then we can get started. So I mentioned that we have these prompts over here. So all we have to do is follow these prompts the way it is laid out. So step 1, then we'll go to step 2, then step 3, and I'll explain what all these are. So in step 1, we are asking Google to scan and study the top 5 results so that it can create SEO optimized outline for the content, okay? So if you can read the prompt, it's use Google search to look up the top 5 results and create an SEO content outline for whichever topic. For each section, include the amount of words, include optimized title, meta description, and H2s, okay? So fairly straightforward prompt, and we'll bring it to our Gemini. All we have to do is add in the topic over here. That's it, okay? So I've selected this topic for today's video: how to start a content marketing agency, okay? So this is the topic that I want to create a blog around, and then I'll click on enter. So it's done creating the outline, and if you can see, it has given us a meta title within 60 characters. So how to start a content marketing agency, your step-by-step guide. And then it has also given us a meta description, again within 155 characters. So you see how it's actually following the SEO guidelines, okay? Then we have an introduction. It mentions how many words this section should be in. So 200 to 250. Then we have another H2, defining your agency's niche and services, creating solid business plan, building your team and processes, acquiring your first clients, scaling your agency, measuring success. So very valid points actually, but then we want to go ahead and enhance this. So we'll be adding another prompt over here, which is the second step, okay? So in this, we're asking the AI to make a list of primary, secondary, LSI, and NLP keywords with high search volume to include throughout the outline and content, okay? So we'll go ahead and add this prompt and see what keywords Gemini gives us. So we now have all our keywords, primary, secondary, LSI, and also the NLP terms, okay? So it's generally recommended to always have one main keyword, one primary keyword. So I'm going to select one out of this. This one, how to start a content marketing agency. This actually fits the intent of what we are trying to create. And also it's a long tail keyword. So ranking for this is going to be easier, okay? And then we also have all these other keywords. So we'll also be incorporating this in our outline and in our content. Now, we want to move to step 3, where we are asking the AI to emphasize on the primary keyword, okay? So the keyword that we had selected, and we want to make sure that it's spreading this keyword adequately throughout the outline, and also using the other listed keywords, and also adding an FAQ section with answers, okay? So FAQs are really important. You know, it helps the reader get additional information, and it also is a vehicle for adding additional keywords and adding schema markups and things of that nature. So this is the step 3, the third part of this prompt. So I want to go ahead and add it here. And we had selected this primary keyword. So I'll just add it over here. So Gemini is done redoing the outline and infusing the keywords within the sections. It has also redone the meta title and the meta description. And I noticed that the keywords are very nicely distributed within these headings and also in these points. Okay. So now that we have a really good outline, we also have FAQs. So these are actually very valid questions, and the answers also has been written really precisely, very accurately. That being said, we have this outline now that we can use as a foundation to create some really good content on. Okay, so now we'll move to the final step, actually, the second last step, in which we are asking the AI to start writing using whichever type of tone we want the AI to write the content in, and we also need to specify the target audience. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll copy this prompt, or this part, the fourth part of this prompt, add it here, and then make these minor edits. So write in tone, you need to select your tone. So I generally leave it to conversational, but you could select whatever you'd like. And the target audience for this is going to be aspiring content marketing agency owners. Okay, so I think this is fine. In this, I'm asking the AI to write one section at a time and incorporate all the keywords that we've done the research for. Once it writes one section, we'll review it, and then we'll ask the AI to create content for the next section. Okay, so let's click on submit and let's see what it creates. So it's done creating the content for the introduction. Let's see what it created. So I'll read anyway from between. Let's go from here. Starting a content marketing agency is an exciting adventure. It's a chance to be your own boss, set your own hours. Goodbye 9 to 5 grind. Okay, that's kind of witty. And unleash your creative genius. Plus, if you play your cards right, you could be raking in some serious dough. Okay, so the content is actually quite nice, but then you want to make sure that you're editing your content accordingly before you post it anywhere. Okay, of course, I had set the tone to conversational, so it's a bit more informal and friendly. But then if you want your content to be, more formal or more professional, you could go ahead and make that edit when you're prompting the AI. That being said, I think that this is fine. We have a decent introduction, and now we'll move to the final and actually the quickest and the shortest step of this prompt, which is to ask the AI to continue writing into the next section. Okay, so we'll just copy this, bring it down here, paste, and enter. So Gemini is done creating the content for all the sections, and you can see that we have a total of 2,140 words. Okay, so that's a lot of content. I've also segregated this into the heading, so we have all H2s here and also our FAQ section down here. Okay, so now the next step is to add this content into ScaleNut and then optimize it in order to get a higher SEO score so that we have a chance of ranking. So what we have to do is actually add in the keyword first. Okay, so the keyword that we are creating the content around, the keyword that we want to rank for. So the keyword for this is actually this entire title. We want to come over here, go to the content optimizer. Of course, I'm going to leave a link for ScaleNut in the description. Go and check it out. You get a 7-day free trial. And then you have to come to the content optimizer. Come over here, add in the keyword. Okay, you can also add in a few secondary keywords if you like, but I'll just leave this to default for now. I want data for the top 10 pages. You could select top 20, top 30, depending on your preference. Country, I'll let this be to United States, and then I'll click on optimize. So now what I'll do is the AI is going to collect the data it needs on this particular keyword so that we can go ahead and optimize our content for a high SEO score. So ScaleNut is done collecting and analyzing the data for this keyword. All we have to do now is open the editor and then add in the content. Okay, so you can see that we had a score of 0 because we have no content here. So I'll add in the content. Once I do, you will see that the score will increase. Okay, so for some reason there's seems to be a formatting glitch. So I could actually remove the bold from all of this. And you can see we are at a score of 39 now. Okay. Now the suggested score is 55 plus. If you can see here, it's really tiny, but then it's 55 plus. The average score is 59 and the top is 82. Okay. We also have a few guidelines over here that I'll go into in just a moment. But I want to show you this research section because this is what sets ScaleNut apart. Now we have these key terms. So the usage of these terms, how important they are, and if we've used them or not. For the ones that we haven't, we want to make sure that we're utilizing them. Of course, naturally, don't stuff keywords because then it's going to spoil the reading experience. Add these keywords wherever it makes sense, okay? We can also spy on the competition and see their score, see their how many words they've included, and we can also take a look at their content structure, okay? Now, you can see that the page ranking in the first position has a relatively low score of 52. Second is even lower, 33, 52, 37. Okay. So ranking for this keyword is not going to be that difficult considering that we optimize the content based on the guidelines that we get from ScaleNut and make sure that we have a few good backlinks. Yes, backlinks still do matter. And you want to make sure that you have a few good backlinks, at least pointing to your domain. That gives you that, that weight so that we create content. Content is good. In a few days, in a few weeks, you might start ranking. Okay. You also have a few questions over here that you can add in the FAQ section, statistics, and more. Okay. Now, to optimize the content, you need to follow the guidelines that ScaleNut gives. For example, we have the key terms over here. So these are the NLP terms. And then it tells us currently key terms usage is 22, suggested is 49. So we want to make sure that we are utilizing and creating a few more sentences, few more paragraphs with some of these keywords over here. And then you'll see that the score will increase drastically, okay? Same thing over here, meta tag, so issues found. ScaleNut now has this fix it button. So all you have to do is click on this and then the AI will do its magic. So let's click on this and see whether our score increases or not. So add new meta title, add. So it's done adding the meta title. Let's see if it can create a meta description also. So resume editing, meta description. Let's see if we can fix this as well. So add. And you can see that the score has bumped up to 40. Not a major difference because meta tags aren't that effective like the way they used to be previously, but then there is a spike in the score. And this is how the editing needs to be done. You need to see the suggestions that you get from ScaleNut and then go ahead and make these minor edits and to reach that high score. Now, I've already created an in-depth video showing you how you can optimize your content in the ScaleNut content optimizer to reach that 80 plus, 90 plus. So I'll leave a link for that in the description. Go and check that video out if you're interested in learning how you can use this tool to optimize your content to the best so that you can rank. I'm going to be showing you how you can use these very detailed on-page SEO prompts to pretty much do everything related to on-page SEO. So from optimizing your meta titles and descriptions, header optimization, content image optimization to generating a complete on-page SEO report with these very easy to use copy and paste prompts. And by the way, there'll be a link to these prompts in the description so you can very easily go ahead, enter your email and then download these prompts. Okay. So the AI for choice today is Gemini. Of course, you can use the same prompts in ChatGPT as well, but as of now, I find that Gemini is giving really good output, and plus I'm on the advanced plan, which you can actually get very easily. There's a 2-month free trial going on, so you can get your hands on this without having to pay anything at all. Okay, so the first prompt is actually very detailed and in-depth kind of prompt in which we actually warming up the AI so that it can give us adequate information. It can actually optimize or actually analyze the pages so that we can then optimize the pages. Okay, so this is a detailed prompt. So what I want to do is first copy this initial prompt, which is referred to as the AI warm-up prompt. Copy it, add it in Gemini. So you can see that the AI replies with a yes, I understand the instructions and I'm ready to analyze and optimize the on-page elements of the website you provide to improve its search engine visibility and rankings, okay? So the AI now understands the instructions, and now it's time to move on to the second phase, in which we actually ask the AI to retrieve the top keywords that this page is ranking for. So you see how these prompts are built is that we want the AI to do everything for us. All we'll do is add in the prompts and the URL of the website, and then we'll get all the information from the AI. So what I'll do is I'll copy this prompt and I'll bring it over again to Gemini, add it here. And you can see that in this prompt, we are telling the AI to identify the main keywords for this page. URL we'll add over here. Present them in a clear table along with search volume and keyword difficulty, okay? So for this example, I've taken this website, which is El Fornino. It's a New York-based business, New York-based pizza oven makers. They're quite popular, and this is a site that I've had the privilege to work on for a short duration. So I'll bring this over here and add it in the URL section. Click on enter and see what keywords we get out of Gemini. So now you can see that the AI has actually analyzed the website and has given us these keywords. So we have mainly pizza oven and wood-fired pizza oven. Along with that, we have a few other keywords. Now, these two keywords are highly relevant to the website, especially this one, which is the wood-fired pizza oven. This is actually the primary keyword that this website wants to rank for. You can also see we have the search volume and search difficulty. Now, we'll move on to the next prompt, in which we are asking the AI to give us an all-in-one on-page report, okay? You can, by chance, if you're working on a new website and if you want the AI to help you identify the primary keyword, you can move on to step 2. But then I won't do that because I worked on this website and I know what primary keyword this website actually wants to rank for. So in that case, I'll move on to the all-in-one on-page report generator. In this, we are asking the AI to give us a detailed report about everything from the content to readability, title tags, header, URL structure, and more, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this entire prompt. Copy, bring it over to Gemini, paste it here, and then you'll see that we have two things that we need to fill over here. One is the page URL and the other is the primary keyword. So because like I mentioned, I worked on this website, I know that this is the primary keyword that this website wants to rank for. So I'll add this over here in the keyword section, and the URL will be again the URL of the website, okay? And now you'll see how the AI actually generates the entire report, and in which we had very little to do, really. Copy and paste, okay? Now see. So now you can see that Gemini has generated the entire on-page SEO report that you can then review and make corrections if necessary. So we have things like elements, assessments, suggestions for improvement. So if any section out of these, like content, readability, title tags, headers, need improvement, then the AI actually gives us suggestions as to what improvement is required. So for example, this title tags and description needs improvement, and what improvement? Title tags are too long and doesn't fully utilize the primary keywords. Suggest shortening and focusing on wood-fired pizza ovens. So very nicely laid out, okay? Another cool thing is you can actually export this to your sheet, so you can have access to this data whenever you require in the future if you're working on the site. But then I also want to mention that if you are actually working on this site, this is a good place to start. But then as a SEO person, as a performance marketer, it's your job to go into detail into all these aspects and then make a detailed report. But then these prompts are very useful if you have started working on a new website, or even if you're working on an existing website, you can get some more insights with the help of these prompts. So like I mentioned in the beginning, there will be a link to these prompts, so you can very easily add in your email and get access to these prompts. If you're interested, if you want access, go ahead and get these prompts. Trust me, these prompts are going to be very useful in your day-to-day tasks. Next, we'll be taking a look at some local SEO prompts to help you with your day-to-day local SEO tasks. So the local SEO prompts is mainly split in 3 sections. First, we have the engaging description section in which you can ask the AI to create a really nice description for your Google business profile page. From there, you can also ask the AI to find you relevant local keywords to target, and you can also ask the AI to compose replies to reviews, both positive and negative. Okay, so I'll go ahead and utilize this first prompt to create a really nice engaging description for our Google business profile page. And for this, I'll be using or taking the example of this website. So Alfanino, bring it over to Gemini, add it here, and then I'll just replace all these sections with relevant information. So I went ahead and added all the relevant information over here. So you need to add things like the name of the business, the type of the business, the city, location, services or products the business sells. So once you provide adequate information, that's when the AI will be able to give you really good output, okay? So we'll go ahead and see what Gemini gives us. So we've gotten our description, and I was just going through this. The AI has very nicely utilized all the information provided by me about this business. So we have the heading over here, so authentic wood-fired pizza oven in Valley Cottage, New York. Okay, so we have the primary keyword and also the location in the title over here. Then under that, it gives us the description. Again, it very nicely includes the keyword, primary keyword, along with the location, and then it gives us few additional points over here. Now, if you want to rearrange the content, you can just type that in over here, ask the AI to rearrange or, rephrase the content in a paragraph. But then the output, as you can see, is really good, and you can use this to create really good, relevant, to the point, targeted descriptions for your Google business profiles, pretty much any type of business you're working with. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at another local SEO prompt. So finding the best local keywords. I've already created, you've already seen that we have a dedicated section to keyword research in this course as well. But then you could also use this prompt to go ahead and find a few local keywords for any business you're working with. So I'll go ahead and just add this prompt over here. So the AI has generated a list of very relevant keywords. Again, I've used the example of El Fanino. So I added pizza oven makers, and the location was New York. And you can see that we have these broad keywords first. So pizza ovens, New York, wood-fired pizza ovens, New York City, outdoor pizza ovens, New York City, and so on. And these keywords are highly, highly relevant because I'm actually working on the site. And I know that this site is already ranking for a few of these keywords, okay? Then we have neighborhood-specific keywords because this is a local query. So there are some neighborhood-specific keywords here as well. Some local search term keywords. So these are more long-tail keywords like where to buy pizza ovens in New York. So this is actually a very good keyword. Top-rated pizza oven makers in New York City. Okay, question-based keywords and so on. Of course, you need to double-check the search volume and difficulty for these keywords. But then these keywords are highly relevant to the type of business that we had added in our prompt. So this is how you can go ahead and use these very easy to use copy-paste prompts. Again, there'll be a link to all these prompts in the description. So don't forget to get your copy of these prompts. So let's take a look at some link building prompts. So we have these different prompts over here that will help you acquire backlinks, starting with the content gap analysis. That will actually help you come up with ideas that you can create content around and base your backlink acquisition campaigns around. Then you have the backlink opportunity prompt. So this will actually help you get a list of websites that you can reach out to for backlinks. And then once you have shortlisted the websites, you can conduct an outreach email. So there's an email sequence over here. Not a sequence really, but then templates that you can use to reach out to these websites. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this first prompt, which is the content gap analysis, okay? So like I mentioned, this prompt will help us get unique ideas, unique inputs that we can actually base our content creation around. Because these days, if you want to acquire backlinks, you have to make sure that your content is really adding value. It shouldn't be the same repetitive content that everybody else has already created, but it has to bring into, it has to have a new touch, something unique that people want to link to. So this prompt says, identify 5 to 10 high authority websites in your niche industry that have published articles on whichever topic, okay, relevant to your content. Analyze the content for gaps and areas where your expertise could add value. So I'll go ahead and add in the industry over here, and I'll also add in a topic for which I want to build links around, and then I'll see what insights I can get from Gemini. So the AI has given us the response, and as you can see, it has listed out some of the biggest websites in this niche, so the pizza making niche, and then it also mentions the content focus and the potential gaps. Okay, so for example, Serious Eats, the potential gaps in the content could benefit from more visual step-by-step photos or a video for beginners. An expert could also elaborate on troubleshooting common door problems. Okay, elaborate on troubleshooting common door problems. So this is a very useful insight that I've gotten from here, that we can create content on and then outreach to either these websites or other websites to acquire backlinks. Similarly, if you scroll down, you'll see there's some very good insights that we've gotten here. So for example, this website, the potential gaps, you can see that while creative, they lack the depth of technique found on other sites, and experts' insights on achieving perfect crust jar or balancing flavors could enhance the content. Okay, so this is how you can get some insights as to the type of content you should create that will help you acquire links. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the second prompt, which is the backlink opportunity. So this is where we'll have to add in our website and our website's niche, and then we will get a list of websites that we can reach out to acquire links. So let's go ahead and copy this. Now it's given us a list of websites that we can outreach to for backlinks, and you can see that it's also mentioned the DA, and it also gives a description. So these websites are highly relevant, but then it's a very small list. So you can go ahead and ask the AI to give you few more websites, so 10 more, 20 more, 30 more, however many you'd want, and then you get a longer list of websites that you can potentially get backlinks from. Okay, so this is one way to do it. Of course, we have the traditional way as well, in which we analyze the competition, the backlinks of the competitors, and then go deeper. So for that, you'll have to use tools like Ahrefs or SEMrush. But then backlinks on its own is a vast topic, and I'll have to create a separate course on backlinks, just backlinks. But then this is how you can use these very easy to use copy and paste prompts to get some help with your backlink acquisition. Okay, that's about it. Let's now move to the best tools that you can use to optimize your presence. So now taking a look at the top AI SEO tools, of course, we have ChatGPT and Gemini that we have to use on a daily basis, but then there are all these other tools that I also use regularly to enhance the productivity when I'm doing my SEO work. So first we have SE Rankings, which is an all-in-one SEO platform. You can use this to do everything from SEO audits, technical audits, keyword research, backlink analysis, everything you can do. So it's a very good alternative, cheaper alternative to SEMrush and Ahrefs. Do check this out. Then we also have NeuroWriter and Scalar. So these are two content optimization tools. You can also use it to create content, but these are very, very useful tools when it comes to optimizing the content based on a lot of different parameters, NLP, key term usage, primary, secondary keywords, internal links, meta title, meta description, images, so on and so forth. And then we also have Pictory. So this is another unique AI powered tool that you can use to create videos. Okay, so you can very easily create a script with ChatGPT or Gemini and then feed it to Pictory, and then Pictory will create a complete video with really good premium stock footage, background music, AI voice if you want it, and videos that you can create for your brand, for your clients' brands, or if you're starting a YouTube channel, you can use Pictory to create videos for that as well. So this was all for this course on AI SEO. I hope you enjoyed it. You found it useful. Again, the link to all the prompts will be in the description. So if you want to use the prompts, go ahead, add in your email, and you'll get access to all the prompts that I've shared in this course. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.